Hello dear student, this is our sixth lecture, how to write a thesis or dissertation, and today we study about writing of discussion and summary and conclusion chapter of the thesis. In the last lecture we studied about how to write the materials and methods and result chapter of the thesis. Okay, this is the fifth chapter. If we are given the result and discussion chapter as a separate chapter in the thesis. The finding of the thesis or the results or study are explained in this chapter. Among all the chapters, this discussion chapter is the most difficult chapter to write because it requires the knowledge of the theory, basic theory in the particular discipline or field. It is written in present tense. Grammatically, we are given this chapter in the present tense, and the chapter is organized under the same section and subsection as that of finding, as that of the results we are given on the basis of our objective. Discussion means finding the justification. Discussion means it is a probable reason to the observed results of our research and supporting these results with review of literature. What is discussion? We finding the justification. We are given the justification to our results of result. Then discussion mainly answer the why of the findings, why this type of findings are observed in our experiment, in our research. We are given this justification in this chapter. So it is a thoughtfully written and requires in-depth knowledge on the part of the student, experience, observations, and study of past literature related to the subject of our research study. Then in this chapter, this chapter is given immediately after the result chapter. Remember that the discussion is not mere repetition of the findings. The primary function of this chapter is to show relationship among observed facts. We given the relationship, why such type of fact observed in our research. Means we are given justification. Discussion is an objective analysis of our result. It should lead obviously to the conclusion, principal conclusion of our research. In general, discussion is arguments in which subject is treated from all the sides. The discussion should be logical, based on the existing theory, means every research related to some basic theory of our discipline, and we are given the justification how our research results are related to our basic theory of or existing theory of our discipline. For logical explanation of the findings, a researcher should have adequate knowledge of that particular subject. Therefore, this chapter is very difficult to write on the part of the writer. It has been observed that many times students simply repeat the findings chapter without any discussion, which is useless exercise. What is the purpose of this discussion chapter? You remember this point. If you understand this point, then you definitely write this chapter carefully and correctly. It relates the findings of the study to existing knowledge. Already I explained. We given the justification how our results are related to the previous theory, previous research findings in a given specific science or discipline. Then explain the findings and give the meaning to that findings on the background of existing knowledge, how our findings are related to the existing knowledge. Then helps to enrich the theory. What is the research? We are enrich the theory of our discipline, basic theory of our discipline by articulating new knowledge to the present body of knowledge in that particular discipline. Gives an opportunity to the student to explain the reasons for not having the findings in line with the earlier research study. If your finding is not related or in line with the earlier study, then we are given the justification why our result is not in line with the earlier study. It is an opportunity for the student to write this justification in the discussion chapter of the thesis. This chapter gives a direction to future researcher to conduct the research meaningful research study. Then this chapter gives the idea of significance of finding to the readers. Under each finding, supporting as well as contradicting studies are quoted. In this chapter, in the discussion chapter, we are given the supporting studies. We are given the contradictory studies in this chapter. Here also mistake is committed by the student to quote a set of study in blanket manner without critically examining the findings. Then next point, you remember while writing this chapter, try to present the relationship in this chapter, generalization shown by the results. Then you have to discuss the chapter results and not only reproduce the result. Then find out exception or unsettled aspect of our results. We are given the exceptional findings in the if we observed in our study at that time we discuss in this chapter. Then in this chapter we show how the results agree or disagree with the previous findings, with the previous published research. Then this chapter you write after a long thought about your own result findings or others researcher findings. Therefore, this chapter is required to in a systematic manner the skill on the part of this student. Discuss the significance of the results. We are given the significant result and we discuss these results in this chapter. Remember to use the simplest statement in this chapter. Don't use the verbose language or fancy technical words which convey the shallow thoughts and hence should be avoided in this chapter. Then next chapter, sixth chapter of the thesis, summary and conclusions. Summary and conclusion are given as a separate chapter in a thesis to give an idea in nutshell to the readers about our research and save his time. This is the sixth chapter of the thesis and it is written in a past tense, and most of the time the wise readers read the summary and conclusion chapter first of any research article or the thesis and then decide whether to go thoroughly through that particular article or the thesis or not. Summary means it is an abridged form of the thesis or it is a brief account of our thesis, and conclusion are important findings given in the form of inferences. Conclusion are based on the findings and must be logically derived from the findings. Care needs to be exercised to draw the correct conclusion from our findings. This is the most important chapter, and writer should start writing summary with preamble, which includes the importance of our research and selection of your topic, why you are selected that topic for the research, and as well as it includes the objective of your research. Then in this chapter we are given the methodology in a brief form, and thereafter conclusion are given in same sequence as findings are given in the results and discussion chapter. Students should bear in mind that conclusion are not repetition of the result. Details of these studies should be avoided in the summary and conclusion chapter. On the other hand, no important points are missed in this chapter. Then In this chapter, the tables and figures or chart or photograph should not be given. The tables, figures, chart, photographs we are given only in the result chapter. Summary, it is to be written avoiding the all lengthy exposition of detailed knowledge. The best summary is one which is as good as that of condensed mirror image of the thesis. Summary, it is a condensed mirror image of the thesis. You remember this point. Reader should get an experience of completeness after reading this chapter. Means if the readers read this chapter, they understand the complete your research. You write in this way the summary and conclusion chapter. The last chapter of the thesis, the seventh chapter, recommendations or implication. Sometimes it may be called the implication or recommendation. Recommendations are given as a separate chapter in the thesis when they are run number of lines, pages, and they may be given in a summary and conclusion, or it may be given in, suppose the few recommendations, one or two recommendations drawn from the research, at that time you give the recommendations in summary and conclusion chapter. If you require more pages, at that time you give the recommendations as a separate chapter in the thesis. If it is given as a separate chapter, then it may be titled as a summary and the implication or recommendation. And these chapters are written in present tense. Recommendations are the most applied part of our research, which has come up as a cream through the churning of the research. Which chapter is the most applied part of your research? The recommendation chapter is the most applied part of the research. Recommendations to the scientist, recommendation to the research scholar, recommendation to the student, recommendation to the planners on the basis of our research we are given in this chapter. And recommendation to the extension worker, recommendation to the change agent, recommendation to the general public. Say for example, in agriculture, we are given the recommendation most of the time for the farmers, or we are given the recommendations for the farmers, but this recommendation transmitted by the extension worker. The State Department of Agriculture assistants officers are transfer this technology, means these lines departments officers are the extension agent, extension change agent or extension worker. Means recommendation is useful for the lay people, general public, users of the technology, scientists. It may be useful for the administrators, governments, planner. Recommendation must be feasible, practicable to the user or the general public. Implications may be narrated with a view to promote some important points. These implications or the recommendation important for the future researcher, in particular related field, for future extension worker, for transfer of technology or a dissemination of the technology or your recommendations among the targeted audience. Say for example, in agriculture, the extension workers spread the knowledge of new technology based on our research among the farmers. This recommendation important from the point of view of targeted audience. Okay student, in this chapter we learn about how to write the discussion chapter, how to write the summary and conclusion and recommendations or the implication chapter of the thesis. And in next lecture we learn about how to write the literature cited, means these are the end matter of the thesis. We are near about completed how to write different chapter of the thesis. Okay student, thank you.